I here am Sebastian Berto. I, famous artist, am here to show you a good tine. T-I-N-E. What is a tine, you might ask? Well, this little pen here has tines. Can you see that? Is this the way that people do close-ups? There are 2 tines on this pen. They flex. See, they're flexing right now. 2 tines, 2 of them. That is a good tine. Tine. Talisman's quacking little darkies. So, what have you learnt in the last 8 weeks? Oh, what have you learnt in the last 10 times? Well, I'm sure you now know that the Telestris list is the taste. Hello, Stitch. How you going? Oh, hello there. Hello there. Hashtag Moon. Oh, hello there, Stitch. Oh, hello there. Straight. I've got this little song happening for you all today. It's pretty little cute little song. You want to hear something different? I know you want to hear this. Oh yeah, we want to hear this sound. Yes. Yes, we want to hear these sounds. It's the sounds of lemon tea being sipped. I done gone accidentally changed it to not have any of the sound for a moment. It's the hearty slurp coaster indeed. Little hashtag Moon. What other sounds can we add to this incredible experience? How about... Doon-dak. I'd just like to show you all this again. This is what I have inherited from my nonna when she died. And instead of jettisoning all of the wonderful ceramics and trinkets that she owned, we gave them out as a family, equally divided amongst all of us, so that we would have beautiful mementos. And this is the one that my auntie Sonia thought would be best for somebody like me, Sebastian Berto, famous artist. And I think she made a good choice, because it's a very beautiful dove, and all of the artworks that I create have a sense of deep serenity and peace to them. And all of the implements I use are very, very beautiful and serene as well. See? So, this is part of the way that we can slowly infuse meaning into everything in our lives. So, here we have another art making experience. What are we going to do today? Well, what we do every day, Pinky. We draw a figure out of some squiggles. What shall I use to draw this? What should I use to draw this figure out of it? I had a headache all day, and then I made pasta and it made me feel a little bit better. use? Oh, I do know. Oh, I do know. This here is the Parker ink. The vintage Parker Super Quink ink from the Parker Pen Company, Janesville. Why? It's made in England and it's packaged in the USA, and it contains Solve X. Cleans your pen as you write. Yeah, and I was sort of wondering also, Serenity and Peace now, how about Serenity and Peace? Did think of that one, did you? Did think of that one, Dean Duned. Oh, I don't mean to brag, but I only say in words. I'm just wondering what the optimal lighting scenario would be right now. Let me see. We have all kinds of options. Is this a reasonable lighting option? Or is this like more like intense one better? This one kind of makes the background get a bit darker, whereas this one I think looks a little bit more even. But it definitely makes things... how about if I do that? They're all things, they're all ideas, and they're all deeply valid. Now, hello? What's that?
Have you eaten dinner? Can I eat this food?
Yes, indeed, it's for you to enjoy. Sarah Seahorse was asking me if I'd eaten dinner, and I have. I made a very creamy cauliflower pasta using an egg pasta that Sarah made herself. Now, do you want to see some old artworks I made back in the day? Ooh. A while ago, I made these ones quite a time ago. I'd say over 5 or 6 years ago. Tiny little drawings with a green ink, and this green ink, it smelled like apple. It was scented ink. Scented ink, indeed. Here is more experiential experiences. Ooh, well. Yes. It's how we must kill, we must slaughter. Is this a way that you would ever want to be? Could be a fun way to be. Yeah. Options. These are all options. Yep, we've got some eating utensils there. We've got some asparagus. We've got this, the word perveged. What do we think of that? What do we think of that, buddies? We have telekinesis. We have mouse child and disembodied hand. Keep in mind that these are the size of your palm. size of your palm. Battletoads. What is this, friend? Hey, what is this? I really like these pieces. I really like these pieces. I really do. I really do. They continue onwards. It's just an old tiny sketchbook that I pulled apart. And I found all of these wonderful, very quick little moments that I drew. How don't we feel about them? That's probably the question on everybody's lips. How don't we feel about them? This walrus has some words around it. It says, I don't even know how to express my gratitude for Enya. A notion that I think we can all get aboard. Into this one. I like Lemonhead. I like also that there's another image on the back, which I will show you. Ooh, like that image on the back. Yeah. Put things in the toy, little wooden jigsaw puzzle pieces, and then under the table, you better watch out. Here are members of some kind of band. They look like they are ready for a very good time of performing and slowly rotting away, for their heads are actually fruit. Okay, is any of this making sense? We've got melon experiences. And finally, we have the Volgan. So yeah, there's some drawings I did a very long time ago. Oh, look, you stick around in these live streams and you'll be likely to see all kinds of wonderful things that I've made. Here we now have my pen. I can do it like this. Here we go. We have the elements. We have all the elements of the trade. Let's just put on something like that. Yeah, that sounds good. Now we're going to fill up the ink canister as usual. Did you know that I've been drawing pictures using ink? Well, yeah. Turns out that's what's happening, and that's what has been happening over a period of a week or so that I've been doing, you guessed it, live streams. Now, my live streams have been happening on Twitch, and I've been broadcasting them also to Facebook. Ooh, watch out for that bubble. And as you can see, the ink is filling up the Kuretake brush pen. now placing the rest of this ink back in. The good stuff, the precious liquid of blackness, so that I might apply blackness of night to my drawing paper, for it creates a very nice contrast, and it also allows for some experimentation. It is great gloop, yes. It is my favourite kind of thing when we can draw pictures using dark gloop. Now, I'm not sure if anyone can see this, but I'm drawing, and I've drawn several times in my life, and it's been a very interesting experience. Have you ever drawn a picture in your life? Because I have drawn a picture in your life. If you're watching this, then I have drawn a picture in your life, in your lifetime. I have drawn a picture in the parameters of the time that you have been alive, within those parameters. So that's quite exciting. Now, here's a drawing that I've begun during your lifetime, and we all have a very limited lifetime in the mode that we find ourselves in here. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad that I could just be part of it, even just for a moment. Do we feel like this is already too much? Is this too much for anybody? I'm going to see if I can start to monitor multiple chats. I've got one going on my telephone. Hey Vicky, welcome. Doing some more drawing. Live drawing. Does anybody know what I'm doing here? I'm drawing. And what I'm drawing is the live stream. I've set up a camera on top of my computer right here, and I've set up my computer. My desk is down here, right down here, and I've set up a canvas and I'm drawing on some reasonably heavy paper, 220 GSM paper. It has a slight texture to it. I think this is a nice thing for when you want to get a little bit of texture. See these textures that I'm getting. And if I want to make my brush strokes very textural, then I simply move my brush very quickly across the page. The slower I go, the more ink has an opportunity to come out of the feed, out of the bristles, and saturate the area that it's touching, and therefore I get a darker, more consistent line. And what I'm looking for is to modulate between both those darker lines and also the quick lines that are more textural, and also they help me not commit too hard to any of the areas of the image that I might want to build up later, or that I might want to keep in a state of flux, in a state where there's some suggestibility but nothing is set in stone, and I don't have to commit to anything being one very specific way. Okay, does this make sense? Are we all getting a sense of this right now? We all... Now I'm finding the wink react. There we go. Wink react for Facebook. And what does Twitch get? Let's have a look. Twitch can have a react as well. In the Twitch chat, I'm going to say granular grandiosity. So that's just a fun thing to write sometimes. Granular grandiosity. So I'm drawing the live stream. There's all of these elements. There's people watching. In fact, one person watching, and yeah, all of the elements I have around me create the live stream, including a series of cables. And the cables are converting all of the data in certain ways. They're converting analog data into ones and zeros, into digital data. I have a microphone that has a little, I think it might be called a cardioid. I don't know how microphones work, but I have a microphone that's plugged into my computer. I have a camera that's plugged into my computer. The camera is receiving light, and the microphone is receiving sound waves, and these are the two main aspects that are being, first of all, converted into a digital signal, and then they're being processed in a piece of software in my computer. And my computer is running OBS Studio. And, well, OBS Studio is a piece of software that combines all of these things into one stream, and I, Sebastian Berto, am able to share this stream of information through more cables eventually. But the way that I'm sharing this information to the broader network of cables is via Wi-Fi, which is a signal that's very similar to microwaves, and it's just a signal that's broadcasting all the way through my house, and it has a certain range. And then what it does is it goes into a series of very long phone cables and distributes itself up into satellites and into different servers. And the servers that I'm broadcasting to are owned by different companies that distribute these broadcasts of information. One of them is Twitch, one of them is Facebook, one of them is Restream, one of them is YouTube. Hashtag Moon asks a very, very pertinent question. What would you prefer us to do? I would prefer you all to look after yourselves in the best way that you possibly can, and slow down and take time to just slack off and just relax and have some really nice feelings in your body, just like wriggle around, and you can try moving your sternum up and down, and you can move your face around, and then you can go make some kind of noise, but in a way that kind of, if you move all these muscles in your face, that feels nice. And then you can lie down and recline, and just you could listen to my voice going and telling you to do this right now, or you could look at the screen and go yes. And then what else I would prefer you to do, I don't know what you're already doing, so it's hard to really know if I have a preference on what I would prefer you to be doing, because I don't know what you're already doing, it's hard to know. But what I would prefer you to be doing is having a really, really great, very, very gentle, very much a slackening, a relax, a time where you're not focusing on any of these ridiculous distractions in life. I'd like you to all just really appreciate being alive, and I would prefer you all to remember that you're very, very important. And at the same time as being very, very important, while you think about yourself being very, very important, also, you are nothing. And that there is really no you at the end of the day. It's just a paradox. A paradox. And I would prefer you to have more moments where you go, oh, ha 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 ha. I don't need to do anything at all. I really don't need to do anything at all. I'm not going to do anything at all. That's what I'd prefer you all to be doing. And I'm not saying that I think that everyone can have access to just doing that, but I'm just saying that's what I'd prefer everyone to be doing. I'd prefer you to all be doing that. I would prefer... Does that answer your question? Hashtag moon. Hope so. Hello, Zia Sonia. My auntie Sonia is watching. And did you know what I am using this wonderful little ceramic experience that you gave me through Nonna? Well, I'm using it to put all of my favourite pens. They're all reclining in there, and it's very cute. So thank you, Auntie Sonia, Zia Sonia. Should I change the music a little bit? I'm mixing all of the music live on this little pocket sampler called the Pocket Operator. It's just a very simple little sampler. You record sounds into it, and then you can sequence them. It's fun. These things, those things help me stream. Do those things help me stream? 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 Do these things help me stream? These things help me stream? Do those things help me stream? The things that help me stream to a perhaps an audience of people who I can't see in person are my computer and my microphone and my camera and my internet connection and my Wi-Fi router and my speaker and my various objects around me. So and hashtag Moon wrote why and then wrote, do those things help you stream? And I am giving answers to things. But you know, there's nothing quite like live streaming in person to people. Just experiencing the live stream of sensory data coming in and being processed in real time in the same room when there's proximity of your physical body is actually very, very close to other people's physical bodies. There's something very cool about that I much prefer than the experience that we have doing it through the internet. But I mean, it's just different. So maybe it's not worth judging it better or worse. But you know, I do really love doing streaming in person. Streaming all of the wonderful experiential data together. Which, yeah, I mean, we are doing that right now. So oh, hashtag moon. I mean our participations. It doesn't necessarily help me stream if you were doing all of those things that I'd prefer you to do. In a sense, it does though. So, but I kind of just meant I'd prefer you to be doing those things because I just want you to have a nice time. Just for yourself. I just want you to have a really, really nice time for yourself. Is really the vibration that I am trying to emit. To be nice. And so, in what way would that help me stream? Well, it would help me to know. You'd just make me feel really happy and really glad that my pals are all looking after themselves and choosing if possible to partake in moments of respite from the terrifying situation we find ourselves in day to day when we are confronted with a very, very sick society. A very sick culture. And one that very largely pressures us and conditions us to base our self-worth on our productivity, base our self-worth on various abstract signposts that are not sustainable, and compare ourselves to other people, and to have to always be on, or to view everything as transactional. So what I'd really prefer you to be doing is finding cute ways to disengage from that kind of mindset that many of us, most of us, have been thrust upon us, have had thrust upon us, and that we have internalized. So, slacking off is a very cool thing. Not participating if you can. If you have the privilege to not participate, it's pretty cool. Now, I'm drawing a picture here. Want to become famous? Buy followers, blah 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 blah. Awkward. It sounds like Ipersis22119 wants to be famous. Is there some ways that we can all help them become famous? See, the thing is, I already am famous, so I don't need to do that, but thanks anyway. It's all in the name. Famous artist, Sebastian Berto, you know me. Yeah. Speaking of transactions, imagine how, like, it would just be such a strange life, a life where you were trying to, like, buy followers, try to buy. I think buying followers is really just a bunch of pretend accounts. It's really just so that a number on your profile goes up. But they're not necessarily real people, or maybe they are, but they're just real people who somehow get something out of pressing follow. I don't know, probably could just be a bunch of bots or whatever, fake accounts, those kinds of things. But imagine living the life where you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for followers, yeah, this will be so great. Like, how could you, I'm just wondering how you could get excited about that. It's a very, I just don't really understand it, I guess. Yeah, I find it a little bit difficult to see how that could be fun for anybody. Like, because it, you know, you might then get all these fake followers, but then none of them are actually, like, it's not a real community, is it? Oh yeah, maybe Ipersis is God. Yeah. So maybe, really, this is just a little message from God, just reminding me that, you know, the world is very much transactional, and maybe that God's telling me that really I should be engaging in toxic colonial capitalist culture more, and taking all of these deeply self-deprecating notions on board and internalizing them and believing them and just really taking a step down and contributing more and more to other people's suffering and stuff. Maybe. Or it could be that I persist. Maybe God telling me, or just reminding me of that toxic culture, and that I have a choice, that if I want to buy followers, I can. And that maybe, and perhaps, the fact that I'm choosing not to is a very intentional choice that I can make, and that I'm reaping the benefits perhaps of doing that. I'd love to make more like friends on the internet though. Like, I thought maybe Twitch could be a cool place where like other artists might, I don't know, see what I'm doing, and they might think it would be cool to hang out. I've just watched a little bit of some other streams of other artists. Some artists that were playing like drawing games, and they looked really fun, and that looked fun, like a fun time, but I don't know. Is it considered spam, that message? I wonder. Where indeed does one find the fletched arrow of hope? I do wonder this sometimes. What kind of fletching does this arrow include? Is it quail feather fletching, or is it the nose of a rock? Other questions you might want to ask. What are its mating principles? Other questions you might want to ask is there a certain sense of scorn somewhere in the world? Other questions you might want to ask are, is there some sense of begrudging? Is there some kind of sense? Things you might want to ask are, is there a sense if you ever found yourself strafing a test, where do you think that would trace you? I often ask myself, what flang is really but I don't get too far down that path of logic, because genuinely I enjoy just eating some delicious potatoes or various other forms of carbohydrate, and I don't know whether there's much phytoplankton in my diet, but there could be one day. I would like to taste all the best kinds of seaweed. I would really like to know what the excellent seaweed flavours are. I think it would be quite rewarding to be able to sample the ultimate selection of seaweeds around the realms of my experience. Has anyone tasted a really, really good seaweed out there? One that they got some powerful memory from? Some kind of sensory memory? Memory. I'd be interested to know. Currently painting water. Painting some water onto this canvas, which is actually paper. I'm thinking that I want to add some pure black to this. So for the first time I'm dipping in like that, just like that, just like that. Just like that, Just like that. Just like that, we add a little bit of black there. Black is a very, very nice thing to add. This black is has some blue tint to it. It has multiple pigments that form the black. It has some bluish colour, and it also has some kind of rust colour, and together they form that black. But yeah, it's nice. How about this, folks? How about this? How about this, folks? Looks like we have some poor reception on the internet. I mean, really, what's new? For the realm that we inhabit has always had a very, very poor internet. It's just something you can't really avoid unless you make good policy decisions and you listen to people who know about these things, and you don't focus purely on the profits of large telecommunication companies who have all of the power to swindle the populace, because we're all so reliant on the internet these days that we just kind of have to take it if they make decisions that are consumer hostile. And when you have that kind of attitude, also mixed up into the way that the people who govern your realm decide to make decisions, i.e., by what can make them the most profit, it creates what we have today in Australs, which is a very, very poor internet connection for pretty much everybody. So, I'm sorry. If only we realized that it was actually possible to just have great internet connection and also do good business or whatever we think, whatever their decision-making process was, because you kind of need to have good internet connections to be able to do business. And if you care about business and money, I'd say that that's a good motivator to improve the internet. But it seems like maybe a lot of the people who are governing this country are too old to understand that, or something like that. I don't know. Whatever's going on, it's unfortunate for most people. I mean, the internet's a pretty cool thing, but also, is it also just another place where means that we don't have as much rest time because there's always, stuff is always on? Less time to just be bored of things, and more time to be enjoying of things that are just nothing to do with being hyper engaged. But hyper engaged in other ways. Hyper engaged in certain ways, and then deep moments of rest. Deep moments of rest. But no pressure. So I've added some stuff to a canvas, to a piece of paper. Can anybody see the issue with that? Well, I can't actually see any issue with it. I just know that I did it, and I just stated that I did it, and I'm very glad that I did it. I think it might be a case for this drawing that I start to chip back into it a lot more. Cut back into it. Yeah. The internet seems to be working again, which is good news for anybody who wants to, I do know, watch the live stream. For those who haven't watched before, who are here, I'm famous artist Sebastian Berto. I'm sure anybody who may have come across anything I've done and would likely already know. I'm famous artist Sebastian Berto, and I think fame is a very silly, funny concept, and I'm doing these live streams of me making art all the way throughout and almost every day of Melbourne lockdown. I just wanted to see if that would be a nice thing. I thought it might be fun and boost the morale of everybody around me. Was just a nice thought that I had, that maybe this could be a way that I can be of service to the community, to the people around me. Just maybe it's just nice to hang out, you know? So I'm doing it. And I'm also encouraging anybody who feels like it, if you want to draw me, my visage, or any part of me that is drawing the live stream, because I am drawing the live stream. This is my experience of the live stream, being fed back into the live stream, being inseparable from the live stream. Well, if you feel like drawing me as I'm drawing a live stream, I would love to see what you come up with, and I want to show everybody else what you come up with. So if you want to message me with whatever drawings you come up with, and I can share them on my stories, I think that would be cute. That's a fun way to interact, rather than it just being purely me just talking and being completely in the driver's seat here. Maybe other people might like to make some art as well as me. Oh, well. Hello there, Sauce One. I'm going to play a special tune for you right now. This tune is called Musqual Libingrind. This is for you, Sauce. This is it. We're back in the sea again. Gee, I wonder where the sample of the came from. Yeah, sea vibes, hey? I reckon. I agree. I really, really like this area here. Look at that. You want to have a closer look at that area? It's hard to get my cable around the computer. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That colour. The blue, almost bluey white, and then the rusty colour as well. And it's all throughout here. Look at that. I really, really like it. And so what I'm learning is that there's different chemicals that they use to make up the ink. And different pigments that they use to make up a black. So obviously this black has a blue and a brown. And you can see that the blue and brown, you know, separate each time you add water to it. And so yeah, it gives you that amazing effect. Oh, it's really good over here too. Oh, look at that fall off there. Yeah, bleeding colours, huh? Look at that. It's like... yeah. And then it gets real dark up the top. So just going to be continuing to refine this piece. Just refine it a little bit more. Oh, do focus. There we go. Putting in some textural pattern elements now. As I also continue to cut back into the areas that are grey or white. What do people think about me having perhaps a exhibition at the end of Well, I don't know if there's going to be an end. I think it would be fun to just always continue to live stream my art creation process, but I feel like at a certain point though I might get bored of just creating pieces that are like this, and maybe I'll want to do something else. But then once I make that take that step to moving on to a different kind of drawing process or something, I might like to have an exhibition. What do you think about that? Like, just an exhibition of all of the drawings that I've made during lockdown, during this specific period. I think it'd be cool. And I thought that I could also make a little shop and people could buy them if they wanted. Like an online shop. I'm not very good at organising things in person. Like, I'm not particularly good at organising events or shows or things like that. I've done it once or twice, but I feel like it was a very difficult process for me. But it was really rewarding in many ways. Maybe I should definitely teach myself how to be more organised in person. But right now, because it's lockdown, because this is quarantine lockdown, I think I should embrace that fact and try and just continue to do what I want to do, make art, try and make it sustainable for myself. Source, thank you very much for your encouragement. Exhibition for show. Please do. You have the connections though. I do have some connections. I have lots of other artist friends who have had shows, who have made live showings of their work in the past, who know people, the right people to talk to if I want help. So really, it's up to me, but I need help. I definitely need help. I will be the first to admit that I need help. And that if I had a show, I might rely on many people, and I think that's a really good thing. I think it's a really nice thing to rely on lots of people, and not always just try and be do everything yourself. We have some messages on Facebook saying, Mira says, "Oh my god, amazing. Mimage, can we get a close-up?" So, yes, you may. Let's do that so it's a bit more. Are we liking this really atmospheric dark background? Very fluid. Yeah, but seriously, these areas are so nice. Over here, incredible. It's like the northern lights down there. And look at these nice little pockets. Here, here, up here. And the fall off just there of this area. I love that. Like, if you really take a look at that. Oh yeah, that's so nice. And then you can look deep into just the black area there. Ooh, can you though? Can you? Yeah. So can you see these textural elements I'm adding? It's like pattern. they're almost like small geometric shapes, like circles, circle with a triangle growing out of it, 2 circles with a line going between them, and then just sort of like a curve with another triangle, just simple things, a circle with a triangle drawn straight through it. Just small little elements like this. And I'm going to continue, there's a couple over there too, but I think what this image needs is a bit more of that across the rest of these foreground elements. And I also think that I need to make this element that's actually further in the background a bit more blurred out. So I'm going to do that now. So you come on the journey with me of what right now is a picture making process. It's a picture making process. There's various different steps. Is this a reasonable experience? There we go. That looks like it's more focus. Okay. So I'm going to get my water brush. I'm just going to really quickly go over that bit there. So that's immediately brought that into the background, and I'm very happy with that already. And I'm going to begin to add more of these elements. You know, one of the other things I have trouble with is memory recall. Like, I feel like I know a lot of cool stuff, but it's really difficult for me on command to just bring up some kind of well-articulated sentence about something I know. But then other times I'm really good at it, but I feel like it's kind of in a random way. Like I'm really good at saying a thing randomly. I'm really good at improvising. Good night, Solus. Good night. It's like I don't get to choose when I'm charismatic, maybe? Something like that. Like the charisma's there, but it's just I don't get to choose when it comes out. Helping push some more elements into the background. Working on a bit of the push and pull of what's forwards, what's backwards, what's mid-ground. Yeah. People think that The sounds are helping. Are these sounds helping? You enjoying that hashtag moon? Who is hashtag moon has now begun to watch on Facebook. Look, you can view it on Facebook if you want, but it's not as cool as doing it on Twitch, that's for sure. What I heard all the cool kids are doing, you know, watching my streams on Twitch as opposed to Facebook. It's just something that I hear is the coolest thing in the world to do. I don't know. Maybe Twitch is evil as well. I just feel like Twitch couldn't really be as evil as Facebook. I gotta see it from all angles. I see hashtag moon. See what you are saying. Ooh, did I just do that? Yes, I did. And then, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's what I did. That's what I did. Even the less cool kids are viewing my work. I encourage all of the less cool kids to watch my work. Watch a famous artist today. Oh, I wonder which famous artist they should watch. Perhaps it should be famous artist Sebastian Berto, the most famous artist. The one that is creating artwork of the live stream. This is the live stream that I am creating artwork of. I'm drawing the live stream, and you are helping me draw the live stream. You are drawing the live stream. You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean, so I'm not sure how you can know what I mean, but I trust that if you tell me that you know what I mean, then you know better than what I know about what I mean. I'm just going to say that I trust that. I really, really, really trust that. If you know what I know about you knowing what I mean, it's just going to really work out. If you can really get yourself into that realm of knowing, then look, all kinds of great things could happen. For example, a standardization of the Bolshevik regime, a little dinghy might be set out into the sea to rescue an orphan terrapin. I don't know if terrapins can survive in salt water, so you know it might be that this terrapin fell out of a boat that was smuggling exotic animals. And what does exotic mean? I think that's just sort of an old-fashioned word, but it sort of has racist roots, so I don't think I'll use it for now, but I might have to look into it. But you know what I mean? Like, in the sense of animals that don't naturally live in the climate of your country, bringing a terrapin to the place that I live, Narm, Melbourne, Australia, well, that's a questionable thing. And I wonder if maybe we send that dinghy out to rescue those terrapins. What will happen then? What will happen to the terrapins then? Will they be taken, into the zoo? What happens to terrapins that are lost at sea? How long can terrapins survive in salt water? That's what you're curious to know, and that's the only thing that I have the answer for. And the problem is, as I said before, I do have trouble recalling with information recalling information and delivering that information like in a very useful, particularly concise, well thought out way. So yeah, I don't know. But I definitely do recommend that if any terrapins are watching this right now, that you contact your terrapin consulate and demand something like, I don't know, like some delicious boiled peas to be served off a platter of the finest silk. I know that often platters aren't made of silk, and so that might sound like a tall order coming from a terrapin, let alone anybody who knows any general knowledge about platters, which are usually made of some kind of metal. Sometimes platters are made of ceramic. Point being here though is that if you ordered delicious boiled peas to be served on a platter that was made of the finest silk, then there'd have to be this whole process where the platter would have to be like produced, engineered, designed and produced somewhere, like manufactured somewhere is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know exactly what goes into the production process of silk, and I don't know what kind of new way they would have to work with the silk to make it robust enough to be able to form into a platter that has load-bearing qualities. And the load-bearing qualities, I think specifically in this case for the peas, the delicious boiled peas we were talking about, that I am recommending any terrapins out there demand from their consulate. Well, I don't think peas are that heavy, but you know, if you have enough, I'm sure it can get very heavy. I guess the weight of peas is whatever the weight of the peas are, so if you were a terrapin and you're demanding your peas, I think the consulate that you're talking to would probably ask you, well, you know, you are asking for peas and that's a reasonable request. Delicious boiled peas are something we can offer you, but first of all we're going to need to get some details about the quantity of those peas that you require to satiate your appetite and your burning sense of injustice. So maybe that would be a good thing if you told us the amount, the weight of peas that you require, or at least just the general amount, like in kilo bags. So yeah, that's just a little thought I had, you know. But yeah, has anybody decided to make themselves a Twitch account and view what I'm doing on Twitch instead of Facebook? Because I reckon it's better. Unless you're Mira Melaleuca, who is viewing on Facebook and Twitch at the same time to get all angles, which I respect. And as I turn around, I realise that, well, my camera has once again run out of battery, and so I'm going to do the only thing I know how to do, which is change the battery pack midstream, as I've been doing for pretty much all of my streams. Has anybody out there on the internet ever changed a battery pack midstream and had that go well? I have. In fact, I've had it go well many, many times, including this time. Little buddies, what do we reckon? Do we think this image is coming to a screaming halt? Is there anything else it needs? I don't think I always need to do so much. This time, I just want to hop, 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 hop. Put these pip pops in. Pop these pip pops in. Yeah. Very interesting. A new direction for me, this darkness. I embrace the deep darkness at all times. Have you not seen my seminal work, Bolog Refined Dramist? A sign of the times, a sign of the times, a sign of the times. What do you reckon, buddies? I've always loved to hang out in the darkness. You know, I've always loved to. Am I hanging out in the darkness now? My old friend. Hi. My old friend. My old friend. Can you see that I am now quashing last? Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I like it a lot. I really like this. I like this a lot. I really like this. I like it a lot. I really like this. I like it a lot. So you might be asking, what did I do yesterday? This. That's what I did yesterday. What do you think of that? It's almost like now that I look at this one, after doing this one, it's like I want to do more that have this dark atmosphere around them because it looks so good. I just love, but you know, it's cool because they've got different energy to them. I like them all, but I think I will do some more darker ones. I'm sorry, but did you see this other one I did? So this one. This one, yes. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, we're gonna do another one. I'm just hanging out here. And gonna make some couple of new tunes here. Some of these, yeah. I wonder whether our ink levels are completely depleted. Yes, they're so depleted. That's some depleted ink level right there. I really want you to see, yeah, that's a very depleted ink. Anyway, I think it's time that we refill, 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 refill. Are people finding the sound levels reasonable? On my software, it's telling me that the audio is clipping, so like maybe I just need to turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, it's not clipping anymore. I don't know if that made it too quiet. Here we have the ink that is ready to be placed into the cartridge. But I need to get a better hold on the syringe. Okay, here we go, people. Whoa, whoa, cool, blimey. Gotta be very careful. There we go. Rest in there. Really, if you think about it, it would be cool if I could fill this whole barrel up with ink rather than this small little refill canister, you know? If this whole body was full of ink, I think it would be able to go for much longer. definitely. Hey, check these out. #Moon. These were a gift from you. They have a giant rip in the crotch though, so I wear some RGB goth boxer shorts over them. Oh yeah, by the way, that's my favourite new vibe is RGB goth. Alright. These are made by a pal. Called Job, a pal that I met at a studio I was sharing. And yeah, but anyway, well, Job is a goth, but not so much an RGB goth. But anyway, this idea of RGB goth is like there's a lot of black, but there's also these moments of RGB, and this is one piece of clothing that I think resembles RGB goth. But then the idea of RGB goth is that you're wearing a lot of black, but then there's also these elements of like small blocks of primary and secondary colors, particularly RGB, red, blue, and green, also a little bit of yellow, and yeah, I like that idea that there could be a goth, but there's a certain couple of these colors integrated into the black. Just something I'm playing with, an idea that I'm playing with. Perhaps an RGB goth would be very interested in doing video art or something. Perhaps they would be interested in all the things I do. Perhaps I am an RGB goth. I just haven't had a lot of time lately to put together a ensemble that is more goth, because I do resonate with wearing a lot of black and taking on a deeply cynical attitude. But yeah. Are people noticing that all of the figures that I'm drawing, none of them are really standing up because they're all crouching, and I think that might be because this is just how my brain is interpreting how to work with a limited canvas is that the characters that I want to draw may actually always be bigger than the canvas I'm drawing on. I don't know. Could be. Like, I want to show a lot of detail about them. So my question to you, #Moon, is how did your art jam go? How did the marathon art making session go? Yeah, Daniel Meehan. How do people usually pronounce your last name? Meehan. Well, I used to work with Daniel at Forethought Research, the science of marketing. We did graphic design together. It was a grand old time. 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 So this leg here, they're both legs. They're both there. They exist. These legs, these experiences of legs, these. Yes. Yeah. Check it out, Daniel. I'm doing it on a little pocket operator. It's a little mini sampler. It's got a sampler and a sequencer in it. So I've just recorded a bunch of sounds into the microphone of it, and you can chop up the samples, and you can beat repeat, and you can reverse, and you can do all these different effects and compose a number of little sequences, just 16 step sequences, and it's fun. And I can just, as I'm painting, I can just come in and change it up as I go. It's pretty sick, huh? Now, #Moon. What are you saying? Oh yeah, it was endurancy and peppered and ambient and phasing, cycling in and out of new peoples and sounds. I did about 23 to 24 hours in total over the 2 days, and I had 3 others around for a lot of that time. Ended up being lots of sewing and lots of movement and dance, yes. We enjoyed having you there lots, with about 5 or 6 of us painting and embroidering with you on the big screen. That sounds delicious. Sounds very, very, very nice. Well, I'm glad that I was able to be there in the context that I was over Los Internet. Refreshing for the brains, I'm sure, yeah. Well, you certainly did a lot. Like 23 to 24 hours is quite over the top and amazing. endurance. So it felt refreshing. Did it feel? Was there any was there a feeling of relief or anything at the end? Just before lockdown began, like a few days or whatever before lockdown began, I went to a 40th birthday party and I danced for about, I'd say it would be pretty much 8 hours straight, and I was doing a lot of kind of just a lot of this real gooey body pulsating, all of the bits of my body moving, all of it. So there was no stiff movement, and I found out that 2 days later, instead of feeling really painful, because I was using sort of using all the muscles in my body to kind of massage my own body, that I didn't feel any pain. I am not joking, I did not feel any pain. And part of it was sort of, part of that was just this deep sense of relief that I can actually do movement practice stuff and not feel pain after it. But it took 8 hours of doing that to, show myself. I'm not sure if I described that very well, but essentially, lots of weird, even all my face, all the parts of my body, a lot of this kind of stuff. Do that for 8 hours on the dance floor. If you got some good music, it'll work. And I didn't feel any pain. No stiffness, no pain. And then today, which is many days after that, weeks after that experience, but lately I've been doing a lot more sitting down and being stationary, and I got a headache all of today, and only now am I free of the headache. Now, #Moon says, I was left with many ponderings, moments to reflect on for some weeks, I guess. I worked through lots of stickiness and convinced a few body parts to disentangle. Very good. And made some flexibility gains after loosening some trauma memories, which is always grand. Pleasure orientation rather than pain stretching. Lots of good, quiet community time. Yes. Ooh, I love the contorted phase / dance moving for you, Sebi. Thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, this is great. Yeah. Focusing and moving into the pleasure of the movement, even if it starts to feel like what you usually think of as uncomfortable or painful, I think is really cool, because you can start to sort of retrain your body and your dopamine centers to go, oh no, this is actually really good for me. And I had a really strong sense of my animalistic body, like I'm this frothing creature that's just like I'm not just a person who moves like this. I'm not just a person who is all stuck within the social confines of my culture, but that I am actually also a heaving, writhing landscape. And I'm, very, very fecund and primal and amazing. I just think it's so important for people to have really positive experiences with their body. Now, I'm just going to look up a word. The word I looked up was seminal. Like people having seminal moments like these to remind them or set them up for future experiences, having this new knowledge about the way that our bodies work. Like, I don't want to be in pain all the time. and I want to be in control of that, and I know that actually the way that I can be in control of that to a large degree is through just movement. It's magical and amazing. Movement. It's a little bit like a Christmas tree. A pine tree. No, it's not. It's not. I'd never draw something as heinous as that. Never draw something as heinous as a Christmas tree. Never draw something as inordinate. Yeah. Yep. Hashtag moon. I loved the big red living room catharsis we did last time I visited before all the lockdowns. Yeah. Literally like days before the last lockdown began, in fact. If my memory serves me correctly, which I know it does in this case. So there you go. How about that for bringing up memories and information that I tell everybody that I'm not good at doing, but actually in this case, I just know that I'm correct. Muscular grog, yes. Now, oh yeah, I wanted to do something like this. Now let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah. Does anybody know grug? Hashtag Boone just sent this through. Huh? A little bit like grug, huh? Muscular grug. I definitely see the likeness. Oh, I'm being in the way of the... My head has been in the way. I have been continuing on this journey of drawing. I'm sure you have all seen this all before. The whole drawing thing where I draw. Well, it's happening. It's continuing. Never stopped. I have drawn a lot of things in my life. What have I drawn? I've drawn caring scenarios. Drawn a lot of caring, deeply caring scenarios. I've drawn cute scenarios, cute, caring, deeply caring, cute, caring scenarios. What else have I drawn? I'd say might even be a couple of cute, caring scenarios in there somewhere. Don't know where though, that's the thing, I'm not really sure where. Where did I draw those cute, caring scenarios? Look, you know, I've drawn a lot of things in my day. These things I've drawn include things like cute, caring scenarios that are cute and caring. There's something about the scenarios that I've drawn that have been cute and caring. Yeah, I don't know if anyone resonates with anything I've just said, but some people say that resonating is overrated, and what we should really be aiming for is quagmiring together. You know what I mean? Because I don't, so if you do know what I mean, let me know. I want to know, what do I mean, and how, in what ways am I mean? You know, in what ways am I a mean person? I want to know those ways. What are all of my downfalls? I'd like everyone to just tell me those things. You know, just so I get to learn. I'm very curious. Okay, well, this is already a superior image. I like a lot. That I like a lot. I really like this image already. A lot. Couple of more elements to the sound there. Just to make it a little bit more Vonstant, Volstrand, just to make the sound a little bit more Waltnetized. What do people think? People enjoy? People like? People have any sense of what is going on in this image? I'd love to know. I currently have a couple of people viewing. So whoever you are, people who are viewing, I'm assuming it is #moon and somebody else. Maybe Daniel Mian is still enjoying a fire and a little watch of this. Maybe it is somebody else. Whoever you people happen to be right now, let me know what you think of what I have put down so far. I can let you know my feelings around it, but I would love to know your feelings around it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Do you know in which way I meander across the step hills, the foot hills of livelihood? Do you know which way I encompass myself? The particular quality of my encompassment of my own self. Do you understand, or do you overestimate the dramaticism of this evening, this particular evening, in which I am painting an image? Well, let's just say words and other things. Let's say a lot of things, okay? Bye. Hi, I'm back. So, I mean, I've always been here. What can I really tell you about the telltale signs about that? I've always been here. I've always been here. B-I-N. Yeah, I've been here, been here, been here, been here, been here, again and again and again and again and again and again. And what thanks do I get for it? Lots. Lots. Isn't that nice? So yeah. Just continuing onwards with drawing. You might have seen what I'm doing. I'm drawing. Just continuing on. I didn't stop. In fact, I didn't stop at all. But yeah, today was a bit of a headachy kind of day for me. Not in the proverbial headache, but in the literal headache. My head hurt today. And I think it's because I did too much bike riding. Maybe the other day I rode home and so vigorously that I perhaps was just in that position on the bike where you really clam up all of your neck muscles, and that can sometimes happen. And that I just need to stretch adequately before and after my ride. That might be a way that I can make that more of a sustainable practice for myself. But bike riding is something that I do love a lot. If there's anybody out there who enjoys bike riding and ever wants to go on a bike ride with me for exercise purposes, to provide morale, I am open to it. I'm open to doing up to 2 hours of bike riding with anybody who'd like to. Any exercise buddy. I find that riding a bike is extremely helpful for me, but I do admit that I could learn how to do it a bit more sustainably. And that's a great worthy thing to teach myself and to learn, isn't it? So here we have the moment where I'm adding some black ink again. Despite all of the warnings, I'm adding black ink again. They weren't really warnings, but What do my buddies out there have to say? It would appear that I still have a couple of viewers. Still. If you are purely lurking, that is fine too. Lurking is a very valid pursuit. Oh my god, you're so valid. For lurking, you're so valid. Okay, I've got a piece of hair stuck to the canvas. In fact, I've got many pieces of hair stuck to the canvas because this brush is molting. It is not a very well made brush. Should probably just use a different brush for this stuff. Just holds a nice amount of ink, so that's why I've been using it, but I have other brushes. I have more options at my disposal than this. This does not have to be the way. Not the only way. Oh yeah. Samuel Lewis, I'd like to welcome you to my live stream. I, famous artist Sebastian Berto, am doing a drawing, and I've been doing many drawings over lockdown here in Melbourne. Very glad to have you here, my friend. How are things in the realm that you are now inhabiting? How? Tell me. I'm currently drawing the live stream. This here is the live stream that I am drawing. That I've been drawing during every single live stream. I just draw the live stream. I'm doing a live stream every single day during lockdown here, and I've done about 6 or 7, maybe more at this stage, and they have been really fun. Just trying to find some cute ways that I can be of service to the community, to myself. Have some cute times. I like to feel like my skills are being utilised and like I'm being useful. I've also been encouraging people during these live streams to perhaps try out drawing me. If you want to draw me, I'd love to see what you come up with. Draw me drawing a live stream. And if so, then I'd love to post what you've come up with, what portrait that you've done of me, because that would be cute in my stories. I'd love to be able to put people's artworks. Yeah. And it would seem that that the live mixing I've been doing on this pocket operator, well, it's running out of battery. It may run out of battery again soon, but I do have more batteries for it, so that shouldn't be an issue. Just stopped then, so I think it might be one of those moments where it's starting to just gradually conk out. Totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, there you go. Conking out. So let's replace the batteries of this little friend. I'm going to bring everybody down so that we can all see that happening, because it's incredibly interesting. Now, where are the fresh ones? Here's a fresh one and here's a fresh one. Hey, I'm just assuming they're fresh. Out comes the batteries. Oh, in goes some more batteries. Do they though? Do they even go in? Am I really who I think you think I am, who you think you think I am? And then we place back in this, and we have ourselves some sound again, but I can't guarantee that this is going to continue in terms of the battery life for the pocket operator, because I don't know if those batteries that I just put into it are particularly fresh. You know, they may be mildly already. There you go. Instead of moving forwards with pocket operator, instead I'm going to find some DMCA free synthwave. My other favourite thing to do. Alright. Well, my buddies, let me know if that is coming through nicely. Let me know whether the mix is sounding alright. Actually, that needs to be like that. That's much better resolved. Yeah, that's much better resolved. Okay. And these things, these aspects. I need to refill my pen. It is running out of ink. So here I have the Kuretake brush pen ink container cartridge with its little ball bearing. There's a little ball bearing in there that agitates the pigment particles. Anyway, it's in there. I am going to be refilling it with, I'm not sure if anybody has already seen this, but many of you have, Parker Super Quick ink. This is a vintage bottle of ink that I found at a, look at that awesome orange, brown, and yellow stripe there. I love that. Anyway, I found it at a vintage shop in Renmark, South Australia. And so I've been using it because it's not like a permanent ink. It actually can be washed. And that allows for some fun effects. As you can see on the canvas, I've been using water with it to great effect. It allows me to separate some of the foreground and background elements, and I really like that. Okay, what things do I think this image needs? It needs more definition in the figure, separating foreground and background elements of the figure and making the figure more textured and three-dimensional. I think also the figure-ground relationship could be strengthened a bit more. So making it look more placed on the ground, maybe just darkening the shadows around underneath it. And then, yeah, I think that will start to really bring it into a realm of completion. Look, I'll attempt to try and let you see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So what do you think figure-ground relationship might look like? A little bit of a darkening of parts that are actually touching the ground. darkening of areas that are also in shadow near the ground. And a little bit more texture to these arms. I'm not sure if this playlist is particularly as good as other synthwave playlists I've found. Let's try a different one. Let's try this one. Just want to see if I can find some synthwave that I really like, or that it, you know, is just a little bit more for what specific indefinable almost vibe that I'm looking for. That's really just purely in the moment, that it's hard to ever really truly know. But maybe I just have to trust my intuition and I'll know when I hear it, you know? Always trust your intuition. Currently streaming to Twitch, and I'm also streaming to YouTube, and I'm streaming to Facebook all at the same time. But the place I would recommend you watch me is on Twitch, because it's just the coolest place of all the places that you can watch me. And it doesn't buy into the realms of nasty companies like Facebook or Google. Resolving some areas here, and I'm drawing focus with my hair away from the drawing into my hair. That is where we want to go. Anybody else drawing out there? 2 people who are watching. If so, I wish you a merry drawing experience. There we go. Yeah, not particularly impressed by these synthwave tunes so far. We can always just change them. It's fine. But it must be synthwave. It must be synthwave. You know? Yep. Alright, buddies, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Is this a reasonable experience? Alright, well, I think this one's done. What do people think about it? Let's have a close-up on this image. So, some really cool colours coming through down here. Look at that. All that big juicy bit that's still drying. Some really amazing, almost purple hues coming through here, which I love. Yep. To the top left there, some amazing colour. Very beautiful. You know, I could keep going, but the purpose of these is to not spend too long on any one particular drawing. And instead it's more about just capturing the feeling and then moving forwards. So, muscular grug, complete. And the other piece I did this session is here. I like this other piece a lot. I really like the sense of light to one side. So some darker ones this time. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. Wonderful little babies. So thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you in the future. Tomorrow. And every single day of lockdown, I will be back streaming.